You'd bundle them up before you took them out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Put hats on them?
Coats, mittens, everything, yeah.
Hats, coats, mitts, everything on both Brendan and Matthew to take them for a walk, because it was cold out.
Yes.
Okay. And the other thing that they asked you to do was bathe Matthew on your bath day, every Wednesday, right?
I usually bathe both children on Wednesdays.
Okay. And in that month before February 4th, you did that, right? Because that was your responsibility.
That was the routine.
Okay. And you bathe them head to toe, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You mean total immersion?
No. You'd wash their head and hair, you'd wash their body, wash their feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, during that entire month before February 4th, while you were putting the hats on and off of Matthew, washing his hair, you never once felt a goose egg in the back of Matthew's head, did you, that whole time?
I didn't notice anything, no.
What did she tell you that's going on with Matthew right now? He's cranky, he's fussy, he's crying. What does she do next? Well, that's when she puts Matthew on her hip. And that's when she brings Matthew upstairs. Fussy, cranky, crying little Matthew. She deals with kids. She deals with these little kids every day. You make your way through this high-priced defense production with all the big blow-ups and do one thing. Just find the truth. Because the truth is, Louise Woodward is responsible for killing Mattie Abram. Thank you.
We'll take a 15-minute break now.
The judge announces, as the court is asked to rise, that there will be now a 15-minute break before he will come back and give his directions to the jury.
My job divides into two parts, really. One part is what we might call the umpirial, or the moderative function. The judge presides over the trial. The judge, from time to time, rules on objections to evidence. The judge keeps things going. But once the objection has been dealt with, the case moves on, and you certainly don't decide this case. No jury decides any case on the basis of which side had the best won and lost record in the objections department. You decide this case as any jury decides any case, on the evidence. Now, the second part of my job is what I'm doing now. That is, telling you the rules that you will apply when you decide this case. Nonetheless, when I finish speaking to you, one or another of you may say, I don't think the judge knows what the rules are. I don't think the judge really knows the law. Well, you're entitled to believe that I need further education, but you mustn't do the educating when you're out in the jury room. On the other hand, you may say, well, the judge knows the law, but I think the law is crazy, and I am not going to be bound by that. Once again, you are entitled, well entitled, to believe that the law needs improvement, but you mustn't do the amending or the improving when you're out deciding this case. In short, whatever your views of my understanding of the law or the law itself, you must accept the rules as I give them to you and apply them. Now, if during my instructions to you, anything I say is unclear, or you don't completely understand something I'm saying, please don't be shy, bashful, or backward. Just raise your hand and tell me what the problem is, and I'll try to explain it. Because the important thing is not that I should make a pretty speech. The important thing is that you should understand what I'm talking about. Now, are there any questions up to this point? Very good.
And he was talking with some passion and emotion about these final moments before Matthew Ephraim was taken to hospital. This girl is just a normal teenager. She's a 19-year-old girl. She's come across to America to gain some experience, to have a cultural experience, an exchange. She was helping out the family. She really has come across, I think, to many people here as exactly that, quite a composed, sensible girl of 19. In fact, even the judge said yesterday, when he put the charges to her and asked how she would like the charges phrased to the jury, and that was the moment they decided that, in fact, Louise Woodward herself agreed that murder 1 or murder 2 or an acquittal was the way she'd like it, the jury to be asked the question. And the judge said in open court that he was taking this from a girl that he seemed to thought was a sensible and rational young woman. So what a lot of people said is that, yes, they had thought the worst when this trial started, and they've, of course, been hearing about it since February when the case first hit the headlines, and many of them seem to have made up their minds, as indeed the jury had. And the jury admitted, the defense said today, I mean, many of you came in here with a dark picture of this case and of this girl, but the defense said, I hope you've changed your minds, I hope you now have an open mind. And certainly many of the people I spoke to in Boston seem to feel that now the evidence has unfolded, now the defense have had a chance to pick some holes, to raise some questions, that there is now that element of reasonable doubt that the jury are being asked to consider.